Good morning and welcome to video number 1 on trigonometry. Now you may be wondering, what on earth is trigonometry? Well, trigonometry is the measure of triangles. And the reason that we need trigonometry and that we need to learn this concept is because we need to know what to do when we only have one side on a right triangle and we cannot use the Pythagorean theorem or the special right triangles that we just learned about. So let's look at this particular triangle. You'll notice that I have 41 degrees and 90 degrees. So if I wanted to, I could find the missing angle because I know that all angles in a triangle add to 180. But it's not a special right triangle. It's not a 45, 45, 90. It's not a 30, 60, 90. So I can't fill in the missing sides. Moreover, I cannot use the Pythagorean theorem because I only know one side. So in this kind of situation, we're going to need some new formulas. We're going to need a new way to figure out what's x and what's question mark. Okay? So the first thing we want to talk about is labeling the triangle. All right? And what you're going to do is you're going to learn a general way to label a triangle, and then we're going to talk about some formulas, okay? So in these problems, we're always going to have an acute right triangle, okay? Now, the 41 degrees, we're going to call that theta, and theta is a Greek letter for an unknown angle measure. What we're going to do is label every triangle with 3 sides. The side across from the right angle is going to be the hypotenuse, which I'm going to abbreviate as hyp. Now, what you're going to do is look at angle theta. From that, the side that's directly across from that angle is going to be your opposite side. And I'm going to abbreviate that as OPP because I don't feel like writing the word opposite. And then finally, the side right next to theta is going to be your adjacent side. Okay, now I can write out the word adjacent. You could also abbreviate it ADJ. Adjacent just means next to. Okay, so this is how you would label. Now, one thing that's important, you always want to label your hypotenuse first, because some students think, well, hey, Mrs. Bailey, isn't this side over here next to theta? Can I call that adjacent? And the answer is no, because this is always going to be my hypotenuse. It's across from the right angle. Okay, now let me not trick you here. Okay, you know I like to try to trick you guys. What if the angle that was given was up here? Okay, how would I label this particular triangle? Well, I'm going to do it with the same logic. The first thing I'm going to do is label the hypotenuse, which is always across from the right angle. So this would be my hypotenuse, okay? And now, which side would be my opposite? I would stand in the angle theta, and the opposite side now would be the one all the way across from that angle. This would be my opposite side, okay? My adjacent would be the one next to theta, which would be here. So I want you to understand that the opposite and the adjacent side depend on where theta is. I will see you in the next video where we will learn some formulas for solving this type of problem.